Rolling on to the Simon van der Stal freeway. So let's take a autumn sunrise drive from the Simon van der Stal highway, the M3, just from Constantia to Simonstad, Simonstown, on Easter Friday, the 18th of April 2025. So sunrise in Cape Town this morning is 11 minutes past 7. Sunset at 18 minutes past 6. Days are getting shorter as you roll towards winter. So we got Bergfleet on the left hand side and Constantia on the right hand side. And we got the Kaiser River on our right hand side, the Kaisers River, and we got a wetland on both sides of the freeway. As we roll south into the deep South Peninsula, Simonstad, named after Simon van der Stal, who was governor of the Cape in the 1600s. Now we're going to roll to East Town, Simonstad, Simonstown. Well, now it's like a suburb of Cape Town, but it was a town years back. So we're going to take the Simon van der Stal freeway to the end of it, then roll down Steenberg Road to the M4 and follow Kalk Bay all the way around to Simonstad, Simonstown. Got the Takai Road off ramp. Now we're going to keep on rolling straight. Cool view of the Muizenberg Mountains and the Lakeside Ridge. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like the videos, that also helps the channel grow. Hit the notification bell. You'll get informed when a new video comes out, just to help the channel grow. So yeah, we're approaching the end of the Simon van der Stal freeway. If you take a left turn, it takes you down Steenberg Road to the M4, the main road. If you go right, that'll take you towards Hoek over Oopopseweg. Give you access to Westlake, that's a Kai, Constantia. So it's 7 a.m. About 10 minutes to sunrise. Looking west across the peninsula to the Helderberg Mountains. Okay, so yeah, we are at the M4, the main road, and that's going to take us along the Kalk Bay coastline, starting at Lakeside, Muizenberg, St. James, Kalk Bay, Clovelly, Hoek, Sunny Cove, Glen, and into Simonstown. So today is a public holiday, so the roads should be a bit quieter. A long weekend in Cape Town, in South Africa, Friday and Monday. Into Lakeside. Now we've got the wetland just on our left hand side that goes to Zunvlei past Boys Drive. You take that route and go follow the mountain and it drops you down at Kalk Bay, but we're going to roll along the main road, the M4, and hug the False Bay coastline. Past the Lakeside fire station. Station Road, Lakeside, takes you down to Lakeside railway station. Past the old Lakeside bakery, which is now a Woolworths food. Uxbridge Road takes you down to Zunvlei, also gives you access to Muizenberg. So it's quite a chilly morning, well, a typical autumn morning as we enter into Muizenberg in Cape Town. 17 degrees Celsius and going to get quite warm today, 27 degrees Celsius, right next to the new metro rail train. Past Old Boys Drive, M75, that takes you up to Boys Drive. And yeah, we are at the main road and Albertine Road. So the high vehicles that come into Muizenberg have to use this road because of the low bridge at Atlantic Road. So they will take Albertine Road, will take them to the M4 from Baden-Powell Drive, the R310. That gives you access to Mitchell's Plain, Khayelitsha. That takes you all the way to the N2 and takes you towards Stellenbosch. For vehicles over 2.5 meters in height. Atlantic Road, and just down Atlantic Road is the low railway bridge. Past the Kalk Bay College, and Muizenberg Park just on the right hand side. And Muizenberg railway station. Get our first glimpse of Kalk Bay just before sunrise. Past Rhodes Cottage. As we enter into St. James, Carisbrook Street. St. James Tidal Pool. Folk Restaurant and St. James Railway Station. And past the St. James Retirement Hotel, built in 1928. Capri Road, St. James. St. James Manor. Into Kalk Bay. So the Kalk Bay town centre, very, very vibrant, alternative, and slightly different theme to it. Clothing shops and coffee shops. Got the famous pub, the Brass Bell, the Cape to Cuba restaurant. But a cool place to check out for your morning coffee fix. Kalk Bay Trading Post, Kalk Bay Railway Station. So this is where Boys Drive drops down back to the main road. Started off in Lakeside and drops down, yeah, the M75. and joins up with the main road. I passed the entrance into Kalk Bay harbour. View of the Hoek Bay. Clovelly. And into Hoek. So Hoek used to also be a town a years back, had a separate own municipality, and they were separate from Cape Town, about 30 kilometers, 25-30 kilometers from the center of Cape Town. And years back they were actually towns, just like Simonstad, which had their own municipality. And then they all joined together as the suburbs spread out and joined up and formed one big municipality, the city of Cape Town, through the old Hoek CBD. So the face of the Hoek CBD changed, and the businesses changed as they built the malls out further out in the suburbs, and a lot of the old shops and businesses moved out to the malls, and the face of Hoek main road took a change. Still, you still got some famous shops like AP Jones, one of Hoek's most famous clothing shops. So if you want to go down to Hoek Beach, you take a left turn here. We're going to keep on rolling straight and past the circle. Gives you access to Komiki Road, M65, and keep on rolling on the M4. Sunny Cove, at the Sunny Cove railway station just below us. approaching Glen Cairn. And get our first glimpse of Simonstown, Simonstad. So Simonstad was discovered in about 1680, where it became a harbour and a safe haven for the ships during the winter months. For the Dutch East India Company, they could shelter out the winter, the Cape of Storms, the Cape of Good Hope, and hang out in Simonstown, and Simonstown Harbour was established. So let's just take a look at the viewpoint here, Glen Cairn. Take a look at False Bay just around sunrise time. Awesome view. Just see the sun trying to hit the Simonstown mountain. Okay, let's keep on rolling. Through Glen Cairn and into Simonstown, Simonstad. Into Glen Cairn. So yeah, we have the Glen Cairn Expressway, the M6. So from here into the city of Cape Town, this would be your shortest route. You take the M6, the Glen Cairn Expressway, it'll join up with Hoek, and that'll drop you down back at where we started, the M3. And you'd follow the M3 to Hospital Hill, where you could either take the M3 or the N2 into Cape Town. Past Glen Road, Glen Cairn. Past Glen Cairn Railway Station. And the famous Dixie's restaurant, Glen Cairn restaurant and bar, been here for many years. Another Metro Rail train, and that's rolling towards Cape Town. And now we are in the deep South Peninsula. Past Harbour Bay Mall. So just on our left, we got a hidden away beach or fishing spot called Klein Vishoek, Mackerel Beach lookout point. Let's just take a look at that. Get a glimpse of False Bay, sunrise. Looking across False Bay towards Somerset West and Helderberg, and sunrise in Cape Town. Another new day. Hey, how awesome is that? looking towards Simonstown Harbour. That looks so cool. Okay, let's keep on rolling. Not far to go now to Simonstown. Claim Hoek, Mackerel Beach, lookout point. And into Simonstown, Simonstad. So it's South Africa's biggest naval base. Most of Simonstown is centered around the Navy base, the Navy and the harbour. So yeah, we have radial road that takes you over the mountain, drops you down at Scarborough. The M66 also gives you access to Plateau Road, and that can take you to the entrance of the Cape Point Nature Reserve. And yeah, we have the last railway station on the suburban railway line, Simonstown Station. It's quite a cool train trip from Simonstown to Cape Town. Let's take a look at Long Beach in Simonstown. Drieche Broedersweg. And this is a paddle ski beach. It's a very calm place to launch your paddle ski. A lot of paddle skis here today. Perfect day. 4 space flat. Sunrise in Simonstown. And let's roll into the historic suburb town, Simonstown, where the face of Simonstown hasn't changed. So the building regulations kept the buildings with their historic look, weren't allowed to build new buildings and change the face of Simonstown. And we're going to roll to Jubilee Square, and that's the waterfront in Simonstown. And on our left-hand side is a naval base and Simonstown Harbour. So the buildings date back to the 1700s and 1800s, yeah. Prince Alfred Building, 1802. And they say that Simonstown is the most haunted town in Cape Town. And here we are at Jubilee Square. there we can see Able Seaman Just Nuisance, the famous Navy dog. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and let's go explore Cape Town some more.